we are back with some more AutoCraft, where today we are going to be building up a massive shop. And when I say massive, it's going to be taking care of a lot of the space that we have in our Nether shopping district, to the point that I almost feel really bad about it. And you know what? I keep forgetting that these guys are here, and Tadpole is also still here, which I believe this is the Tweeties, so should we be bringing this back? Honestly, I don't know. But we are back here on the server where it has been a lot of time since I have actually recorded on here. Where in between recordings, we have a moon, a moo, and a new location for my bookshop. I have moved all of the current books that we have here all the way over to the main spawn-ish section, because I have made some progress over there, but we will look at that in a minute. Because first, let's go over the location where we will be building today. And that is right up here. Fire has placed in this pathway, which if we go all the way up, some shops are already being created. We have a mushroom shop here. We have King's shop over there. And I believe there's another shop right down there, but I don't think that's on camera or anything like that. So I'm not going to spoil that guy just yet. But right here, I've already placed down a ton of signs where we have, Crink Claim, and Crink Claim. But right here is going to be where we are going to be having our shop location, which I'm very, very excited to finally get this on the server and not have just a little tiny pop-up stand on the overworld side. And now for this shop, we do not have to spawn proof it at all, because in between episodes, me and Fire took on a little project right down here in the base of the big nether hub, where if I go down here and I have to go all the way down, we have this monstrosity where if I just go up this scaffolding here, you can see we have a ton of zombie villagers in here. Just in case you didn't know what this is a mob switch. Basically, all of these zombie villagers in here are completely stopping other mobs from being able to spawn in the world. Right now, it's really just these. And when I say the mobs can't spawn in the world, it's really just this area. So as long as that mob switch is loaded, nothing will spawn here at all. Meaning we are free to build however we want in this area and have no problems. Including we can work on the nether hub up here, which Fire has taken part and built up and designed everything, so kudos to him. But because we did that, there is no need to spawn proof any of this. Well, at least the middle part. Once we get further down that direction, or really any direction, that is where spawn proofing will need to start happening. But enough of the nether stuff, and let's go back into the overworld. In between episodes, we had a stream weekend, and that is where this started. And I know this looks very ugly because I wasn't able to finish it during stream weekend. I have started to get rid of all the trees and redo the terraforming over here just so we can finish off this island and call it done. I'm not going to continue working on this right now as I'm still in the planning phases. We just kind of went ham on stream and just tested what we could do. So for right now, I'm going to leave this as is, even though it's a little bit of an eyesore, and we're going to come back to it probably later on in this episode. That way we can be completely done with our starter base area and just have our full focus out on our base, which there's a new chest there. Oh no. From the storagers, again, version 2. Oh boy, here we go. If you remember, back when Marsh joined the server, the Tweeties came over to collect a whole bundle of stuff to give as a gift, and they saw how bad my storage was getting. And well, then they left this first book basically saying that it is very bad. They've, assessed everything, and yeah. And now they've come back with this second book, probably because I didn't do anything with the first. Dear Mr. Unorganized, excuse me, it's pronounced Mr. Crink. We've confirmed with our manager that your new storage system is very effective, efficient, epic, clean, and tailored to your needs. Oh wait, my new storage? Oh no, what did they do? Oh boy, wait, I think this is in alphabetical order. Oh no, I should probably continue reading this. Concerning the chest organization storage, you will now henceforth organize this clean storage on alphabetical order, looking at the first beautiful letter of the concerning item. We ask you to follow the guidelines of the storagers. If not, consequences will be taken. Trust us, if we say this, you do not want to have these consequences, because they will break these pretty little eyes of yours. You have been warned. We have given you the luxury of using shulkers in different chests than the S, as long as they contain the items of according letter. For example, in chest C, you'll have 3 shulker boxes full of cobblestone. This is acceptable. It's weird you have so much cobblestone, just why? Thou shalt not sin, and also thou shalt find another book at your other storage You see the double quotation there. Yes, we found it. This concerns your ex-shulker monster. I think they're talking about my industrial district because my more recent projects have been kind of just put there. I haven't really been using this storage over here much. May the power of the storagers bless your day and now wash your eye holes of sin and explosions or something like that. If you have problems with your new storage setup, good luck. The one and only storagers. You know, I'm beginning to not like these storagers, I think. So over here, we now have, oh no. Oh, it's actually like the bees are here. If I go into like the eyes, oh, there's nothing in V. Oh no, I don't like this. I don't think, wait a minute. Why is there acacia log in G? Huh? Why is acacia log in G? I think maybe the storagers aren't as good as they're claiming to be. I don't even want to look at this thing right now, but I think I need to go see what happened at the industrial district. All right, I don't even want to turn around. I just got here. Oh no, what is this? Is this supposed to be me? I don't even have a mouth. They put a mouth on it. How do I talk? All right, well, oh no, the storagers again, here we go. Fireworks explosions, crowd goes wild, confetti explosions, congratulations, yada, 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 yada. We don't think it needs any explanation where things go. It should be pretty obvious and come natural to you. Unsortable, unorganizable, unappreciated, uncool. You want to be cool, right? Yeah, I want to be cool. So money talk. 15x shulkers equals 30 diamonds. 2x storagers, organization hours, equals 1 compliment each plus a statue in honor of the storagers. 32 dies equals tell the manager we did good. 13 levels for renaming shulkers equals compose a jingle for the storagers. The pain our eyes had to endure seeing these shulkers and chests over and over again equals 1 eye replacement, 2 an eye washing station, 3 an apology. We hope you enjoy your new storage systems and hope it is as efficient as a Tweety bird. Surveillance will be done at redacted. If not up to code, again, trust us, you don't want to find out. Storagers away. I have to make an apology and a jingle, and I don't have the means to do that. I don't think I can do that. You know what? I don't care. I don't care about the storagers. You know what? I have shulkers in here. I'm just gonna take these shulkers out. Where are they? Here they all are. And you know what? Here, this is what I think of the storagers. This is exactly what I think of the storagers. Bam, that shulker's empty, but you know what? I don't care. There we go. I feel so much better. My end chest, so much cleaner now. Look at this. Look at this. That's so nice. I don't know what to do with this, though. This thing kind of freaks me out. If we want to build the bookshop today, I also want to be able to fully stock up everything. And we don't have all the villagers yet. We are missing some, like I believe we don't have a sweeping edge. I don't think we have fire aspect. Actually, I lied. We have fire aspect right here. But either way, we are missing a couple other different ones. Like we don't have any of the crossbows, any of the maces, any of the trident stuff, because that stuff we weren't really worried about stocking it right away. But now that I actually want to stock it, I want to revamp how these villagers are looking, because to be honest, this is very day one type stuff with all the dirt and the cobblestone, and it just looks very, very poor. And we are going to make this look so much better and probably come up with a better system over here as well, because I mean, this is just a cobblestone roof and it looks absolutely terrible. But working with villagers isn't something that really goes well on camera, because you're just going to hear me get mad at moving villagers because it absolutely sucks. So let's just do a quick cut. So I have been working away in here. This is actually my last guy that I have to deal with, where we are just trying to get, I believe it's density 5 is the last one that I need to get, which, to be honest, isn't one that I think we're going to be making a lot of sales on anyway, because as far as I'm aware, I don't think a lot of people have the mace. Or if they do, they just use the enchant table to enchant it. And actually, you are with me for when we've gotten the final one. That is actually very exciting. I'm so glad that technically I'm done with working with villagers to get the enchants. This is great. And out here, things look a lot different. As you see, there's a whole building here, and the villagers are no longer here. Well, those guys are, because I haven't moved them yet. Let's just get these guys going really quick, and you are burning, sir. Let me just see if I can save you. I hope you don't die. I have no water. Please don't die. Please don't die. Okay, we're good. Anyways, let's just get these guys going up here. These are the last ones, and now we can go through what this giant build is. which right now there is some blocks taken out as for the rail line, but welcome to our trading hall, or like actually legit building for a trading hall. In the temporary one that we had over there, nothing was really sorted. We had just random enchants basically whenever I got them. But here they're actually sorted. So we got all the protections next to each other, just leading down with all the armors. And over here we have all the sword stuff and the tools. And as you see, some things are still missing, but those are literally part of those last 4 here. Come down here, we got the bows, the fishing rods, the tridents, the crossbows, and over here we got the curse ones. And then of course the mace ones over here. And now there are, I believe, 3 enchants that we cannot get. And that is Soul Speed through the Piglins, Swift Sneak through the Deep Dark, and then the final one is Windburst, which you can only get in the Ominous Trials. And Dune just came over here and we had a little bit of a chat, and Dune is actually going to be going in there he wants to get the music discs because he's going to be selling the music discs this season. So I'm going to run with him through that Ominous Trial and we're going to see if we get any Windburst. Hopefully we'll do good. So yeah, we only got 1 Windburst 1 book, which is really, really unfortunate enough that Windburst is going to be a very difficult one to stock the shop with. I'm almost thinking that doing the Swift Sneak that is in the ancient cities is going to be actually easier than this. I am making much more progress on this area as now the villager breeder is looking a lot better and I've started to use the shelves in more builds and I really do like how it's looking. Shelves look great. It's like one of the best blocks they've ever added. But anyways, the villager breeder is now fully done and decorated up. I'm not sure if I'm liking this section here because I just kind of threw it together and called it a day, but it is looking pretty decent here. So now the only thing that's left for this villager area is transporting these guys into the trading hall and to transport our farmers into there as well and really figuring out a spot for this guy to be. However, now I have collected everything that we are going to need for this bookshop. So let's get to work here in our spot so we can finally take down all of these claim signs. And here we go. We have ourselves a brand new bookshop. There isn't really much to really talk about with this shop. It's kind of obvious what it is. It is 3 enchanted books on top of each other. So let's just talk about the interior in here, and I've kind of divided them into the different sections. So if we start off over here, our first one is going to be all of the armor stuff. So that's going to be your protections, your feather falling, your Swift Sneak, Soul Speed, that kind of stuff. Out here, we have the Unbreaking and Mending, because these are the 2 books that people are really going to want to buy, so might as well have them right front and center in this main hallway. And then at the end of the hallway down here, we have Tools, Sword, and Mace, which, like I said, Windburst is going to be a harder one for us to stock. Next up, we go upstairs, where we have the water-themed section over here, so we have all the fishing stuff and all of the trident stuff. Come down the hallway, we have a balcony, and we also have the curses over here. And then finally, we have the arrow section, being the bows and the crossbows. So next on the shop list, though, I want to put all of these dies in here, as it is going to kind of theme the area more. So in this case, like this Unbreaking and Mending, I want to make yellow. And then another case up here, I want to make the curses red. So now we just take the rest of these dies and we spread them across along the build. And here we go. This looks so much better actually having the colors in here. It just makes things seem more themed and where you can see what enchants really go together. Like we can see all the sword stuff is purple here, all the tool stuff is lime. And in my opinion, it just makes this area look 10 times better. But now it is time for the super fun part. And for that, we have to go back into the overworld, because we have to revisit this shop right here, as this is the current bookshop. And we need to move everything that is stocked here into the nether, which this is going to be so much fun. What I'm thinking is we're going to move everything into the shop. That way I know what we need to stock and what we don't need to stock. So for example, Infinity, we probably don't need to stock this. Same thing with like Punch, Power. But for an example of like Unbreaking 3, I know we need to stock that. Same thing with Efficiency 5. Everything is now in the shop and fully stocked, and boy, has it been a very difficult process, as some of my books are super expensive, like the Breach and Density, which is why we only have a couple of these, as I was actually running out of emeralds. I had 5 stacks of emerald blocks going into like getting all these books, and now we literally have 0 left. But everything is now at least partially stocked. Well, really, everything is looking pretty good. Did I just see diamonds? I did just see diamonds. We have our first sale in the new shop, but everything has a good amount of stock in here, enough that we should never have to spend that many emeralds again, and we should be good to start building up our quantity again. And now, before we call this shop like 100% done, enough that we're not going to touch it again, there is one little thing that I want to do, and that has to do with the new update. With all the new 1.21.10 stuff, I did include it in this build and in the trading hall. We do have the new shelf block. With the new shelves, I want to create a sign here using banners. And I think I want to try to put it like right here maybe, or even like right outside. But basically, I'm going to need 3 spruce shelves and about 8 banners. And for that, we are definitely going to have to go back over to the industrial district. Okay, so I just need some wool here that I'm just going to dye white. And then if I just grab some sticks here, we are going to need a total of 8 banners. And then I need a loom. I don't even think that I have made one of those at all yet. Enough that I don't even know how to craft it. So let's see, what do I need? Okay, I need string. Okay, we got ourselves a loom here. Now I'm just going to turn all of these banners into an assortment of letters. You know, I really wonder what we're going to call this shop. No, I've got no idea. Not a single clue. Okay, so the idea is that I'm just going to put 3 shelves kind of next to each other right there. So it also just kind of looks like that's the top of this book. And then we just go ahead and we line this up here. So it's book, worm, and then there we go. I think that honestly looks really good. It's a nice form of like small text. I think that looks really good. And you can like barely see the little bottom part of the banner. So it just works out so much better. And as far as I'm aware, I think stuff on shelves do render from a good ways out too. Like we're all the way out here and I can still see it. Like I don't know how far into the distance we can really go. Unfortunately, in this case, we have all these trees and stuff in the way, so we really can't tell what it's trying to do. So I want to try to do one more thing before we say goodbye for today. And that is to get one more type of book, Swift Sneak. Which to get Swift Sneak, we need to travel all the way into an ancient city and just hope that we get a Swift Sneak 3 or anything lower. I'm fine with combining with these ones. But the first step is, well, I need to find an ancient city. I have found myself a cave system here, and well, since it's so dark, I think I'll break my rule and I will up this to full brightness. Because if not, I am barely going to be able to see in here. Now, just to go down. Actually, I really don't know if I can trust this cave. It just keeps going back up slowly. This may not be good. Oh, wait, here we go. Here's some skull. Oh, wait, no, this is an ancient city. Okay, all right. We are going straight in and instantly hitting a shrieker. Oh, boy. Wow, that gets dark. Just gonna break that. I think we went through 2 already, so I'm just gonna grab you. I'm gonna break you. The goal, I think, is just I want to get rid of all the skulk sensors. That way, we just don't have to worry about anything. Unfortunately, I did not bring in any wool with me, so we don't have the luxury of that. All right, first chest here. We have ourselves some echo shards, some fragments, and a Swift Sneak 2. That is progress here. Number 2, we've got other side and a name tag. And I have realized I've already set shriekers off 3 times. But I think they were far enough away that it didn't actually make a difference. Uh-oh. That probably was a bad idea. Yes, it was. I'm flying. I don't know where I'm flying to. I hit the ceiling, I think. I don't know. I can't really see. Am I on the ground? I think I'm on the ground. Okay. All right. What do I do here? I don't know. I can hear the warden. I don't know where he is, though. Oh, I found him. He's right there. Okay. Let's just go this way. Let's just not worry about it. Okay, I have kind of gone a little bit nuts, just kind of flying around, having some fun. I've probably spawned in like 7 wardens at this point. But I mean, hey, we have a Swift Sneak 2 book, a Swift Sneak 1 book, and we've gotten both of the armor trims for this area as well. I know silence is like super rare, and we did pick this up in a chest, as well as a ton and ton of music discs. Basically, what my strategy is right now is not caring about spawning in the wardens and just flying around until I see a chest. Like there's probably gonna be one right here, swoop down, check it. There isn't really much here that I want, so I'm just gonna break it. That way, if I see a chest, I know that it is one that I still haven't touched yet. Like right here, we've got one, and it's Smite 3. But basically, that is the process that I'm kind of going through here. So right now, we have enough for one Swift Sneak 3 book. Just one. This book may be another one that we aren't going to be stocking as much. Oh, hello. Okay, we have the last 2 chests, I believe, in the area back here, with the last one being this one, and still, we have not gotten a single Swift Sneak 3 book at all. But I mean, hey, we got a lot of music discs. We do have enough here to at least make one Swift Sneak 3, so I mean, hey, we can put it on our leggings, but we still need another Swift Sneak 2 book to be able to sell one in the shop. Seeing this, I may heavily increase the price of these books if we do ever get them stocked. But now the real challenge is how do I get out of here? Oh my, this is a big cave. Something like this has to have, yep, a view straight out to the surface. Now, where's home from here? Hey, look, I got the speedy boots now. I can now crouch so much faster. This is actually going to be very nice for building. Like when I was building up this trading hall, I was like so wishing that I had Swift Sneak, but now we got it and I can now sneak so much faster. I love this. This is probably one of the best enchants they've ever added, especially if you're trying to do some mischief. So with that, this shop is as done as it's going to get for today. And the only things that's really left is I might do some additional details out here, but who knows, there may be other people who want to put like market stalls or something up here that could work in this little tiny area. But as for the interior and everything that's going to go on inside, this is it. I'm really liking how everything came out in here being sorted into their different categories. I think it looks really good. With that, I want to thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a good day or night or whatever it is right now. And I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.